Lavender Mexican, it's time to let them know. Steady critiquing First Amendment auditor videos, exposing fake news, all this misinformation. Sick of these e-beggars, it got me so frustrated. They are not really activists, acting like they involved. They are not protecting our civil rights. Time to get a real job. Hey, no, they do not speak for me. If you want the truth, well then let's begin. Wake up, come vibe out. Yeah, he's the Lavender Mexican. Let's go.
And show her what I have and see if it's going to be acceptable to get our local officials out of office. So that's what I'm here doing.
She did want us to ask you if we could make copies of the form so that she could go ahead and verify.
I don't know. I had to spend... The fact is I've spent 3 hours trying to figure this out myself. And the fact that there's nobody that understands anything
Can
about
we make
this.
copies of this?
If this isn't, I mean, it's most of it, but you can see it's cut off on sections.
Yeah.
But if you, basically all this thing is saying is the petition for recall of all this information, and you know it doesn't. There's no state statute behind this one, so I don't know if this is. That's why I'm here, is to see if this is acceptable, because you.
Now, as far as that's concerned, we can't provide you with any legal guidance as far as
that's not legal. That's not legal guidance. That's saying is that acceptable or not.
What we can do is, what she can verify is that you have enough information on the petition for us to verify a voter in St. Lucie County.
And
but as far as I just want to make sure that you're aware of the distinction that as far as any legal guidance, as far as the recall process or what have you.
I know the legal. I can read it. I know how many signatures and all that good stuff. My concern is right now, like somebody, there should be somebody here that could actually sit here and say, hey, this is a certified, because once again it tells you total numbers. You know, and that's my issue, is that I came here, and as the public officials that have a better understanding, nobody understood this. And the fact that I'm not getting paid through the state. Do you think somebody should pay me for the 3-4 hours I've spent trying to research something that I came here looking for? And that's the part I'm having issues with. You know, we've got, it says total number of pages, total signatures, filing date. Those three I understand. This is a recall. I need to understand whose name, position, recall from the office of this. Like, I need to understand what to put to fill in these things as well. I need to, and that's not legal information. I just need to know, like, I know the people I want to get out. It's your job to help me make sure I'm putting in all the right information.
Wrong. Well, like
that's
I said,
not legal advice.
Mrs. Walker is more than willing to go through
today
the information that you provided with us.
Today?
Hopefully today. She has a busy schedule, but we do have these
I have a
copies
busy
here,
schedule too.
And I'm sure you do. But we will definitely get to it as soon as possible. Do we have your information where we can contact you, like a email address or?
I'll give you my phone number.
Okay.
Because it's very imperative that I get this information, because once again, they sent me through a roundabout. They sent me from here to the clerk.
Well, we definitely want to assist you in any way that we can within our parameters. So we definitely want to do that. And you don't want to provide an email address just in case you want to send some information to you in writing?
I'm good.
Okay.
Because I at this point, like, from this whole process, when I first started, I called. Somebody was going to get back to me. It took 5 hours. They were like, oh, we'll call you back the next day. Nobody called me. I showed up on a Wednesday. I'm like, look, guys, I need information. That's your job.
No.
And I spent my Thanksgiving holiday researching this and trying to figure it out, because there was nobody in this office and that office that had a clue what I was talking about.
Well, I know Ms. Walker did get the chance to speak to you when you were here.
I know.
And she's definitely going to look at the forms that you just submitted and get back with you. And we really appreciate you coming.
Why am I having to do this when they should be calling me saying, hey, we found that form, or we have this information? Because obviously this isn't the first time somebody's done this. So all they have to do is go through the recall. Do you guys do public records requests?
We do public
Perfect.
records.
I would like any information about any recall, and I would like to see those forms. And I'm still looking for all this information. I've been here about 3 times. I just don't know how I can get this information, and nobody wants to help me. I made a public records request. I had a public records request that I asked for on Monday or Thursday.
Is that filming?
Absolutely.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Concerned Citizen at this point. I've been here numerous times. Oh man, here we go.
I spoke with you briefly. You were going to update your form.
I'm not worried about the form. I'm looking for the public records request.
Okay,
I gave that to you Monday.
Right.
It wasn't you specifically.
Right,
I
we
think
had
as
the
I was walking.
paperwork, and what I was able to do was to confer with Mrs. Walker, because what I wanted to make sure was that as I did the research through our files previously, as far as I could go back, there was nothing that I could find where there was a recall municipal petition or something like that. So what I wanted to do was get back to you after our meeting today. So you weren't being
Hold
ignored.
on. There was no meeting today.
No,
I
no,
showed
no,
up.
no,
excuse
No,
me.
not
So
with you.
Excuse me.
Not with you.
Excuse me. Public records come into the office,
Correct.
and of course, what we normally do with a public record, we acknowledge that in the email to the person, or we acknowledge it to them when they come in. You came in and you filed it,
Correct.
and we would normally, she would go ahead and acknowledge that within the 3 days required that we have your public record and we are working on it. There's no deadline
Acknowledge
for me
that-
to provide the public record to
If
you.
it is on premise, are the records that you were looking at, that you just told me were on premise, and that you said you've looked back as far as you could on premise. At what day did you finish? Yesterday?
That today is Thursday, sometime yesterday. What's happened before?
The issue that I'm having
Okay,
is that I'm not
my
getting.
issue, My issue is this.
What's your issue?
We're going to provide you the service. You made clear what you wanted, and we are preparing a response to you, and you will get that response when it is ready. We are within the public records law. We're operating within it, and therefore you gave us a request, and we're working on it. But you have to realize that there are many requests for public records in this office.
You're not important. Get used to it.
There are many requests. They come in over the email, they come in by mail, and
Can I get
we
a public
respond
records?
to them.
Can I get a public records request of everybody that has prior to my date on Monday? I want every public records request that was filed a week prior to me.
Are you depressed? Did someone online post something that made you feel butthurt? Did your favorite b-boy lose Red Bull BC1? Well, now there's help. Fill out this form. Butthurt Anonymous. Because we give a fuck.
A week prior to you.
Correct.
You're going to be responded to.
But
I don't have to give you something just because you walk in the door. I have to respond timely, and therefore, you made a
Perfect.
request when?
On Monday.
You made a
Monday
request
at
Monday,
10 o'clock in
and
the
you're
morning.
coming here telling me today
On
that it
Thursday.
has to be ready on Thursday?
No, it
does
doesn't
not
have to-
be ready.
Somebody
and
has-
so we're working on it, and we will give it to you when it is ready. But
she just
is
said it was
not
ready yesterday.
No.
She did not say the report
just-
was ready.
she just
said
said she
did a
was finished
search.
yesterday.
She did
Finished
a search
yesterday.
of our files on yesterday. Your response is not ready, and when she gets it ready, she will
So
she will
we're
notify
at
you.
3
Now,
days today.
You left us a phone number,
Yes,
and
that's
we
all
will
I
call
have.
you as soon as that's ready.
I want a public records request for everything prior to Monday.
Okay, please put what you want in writing.
I don't know how to write.
Stop this.
It's your job to take my
Please?
public records request.
It's my job to take your public records
Correct.
request and remember everything you said. I
Yeah,
don't think
you've got
so.
the pen in your hand, and you can write. And that's what I would tell you, is that you are going to make the public records request. So that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
going
here.
to make a public records request.
That is.
I won't make the public records request for you.
I am here to give a public record.
In writing, or
Perfect.
electronic
You,
format.
unfortunately, I
You're-
don't
you're
have
gonna
any
have-
email,
You're
and I
gonna-
need you to write it down because I don't know how to write.
You lying? Why you always lying?
I'm illiterate. I cannot write.
You cannot write.
I cannot write. So I would like you to take my public records request because I cannot write.
Okay. Well, we're going to prepare based on what we think you said.
Well, if you could write it down while I'm sitting here,
You
so I
have
can
it
see.
recorded on your,
I
on your
this is for
camera.
me to hear, so because I
well,
can't write.
Great. Okay.
See, that's why I document all this so that I can go back and play back and see what I'm doing, so I understand. But that is your job, is to take my information to give the information back to me, and that is why I'm here. Is because that I've had a failure of this information. You're saying within timely fashion. I've been waiting for 3 days. I've been here numerous times.
The
looking
law
for this.
says that 3 days, we have 3 days to respond to your public
Nobody's
record.
responded to me
We
in
are
3 days.
responding right now because we
Because
couldn't
I
send
showed
it
up.
to you on email. Yes.
I don't have email. I'm sorry.
She'll call you on the phone when it's ready.
I have a phone number for
Perfect.
you.
And we'll let you know when it's ready.
Well, I
And
would
don't
like
have
another
anything
public
else to
records.
say.
I would like a public.
I've heard what you have to.
The lady that came here
I've
prior to
heard
me
what you have to
wrote
say.
down my information,
And we have
and
that.
and she wrote it down.
She did, and we
Notice
have
how,
that.
and that's why I got zero help.
Go ahead and put your information.
That's the issue, is that whenever you get zero help, and then you get sent to other places that are supposed to have that information, and none of those have the
And your
information.
full name? And you don't want to provide it?
And that's why I need you to write it down.
And what I was trying to explain to you, that once our own staff meeting was completed, then once I confer with Ms. Walker, then we could get back to you, because there was absolutely nothing that I could find in our files as far as I could go back for
Okay.
the original request.
How-
So you didn't give me time to get.
I
Don't
would.
say that anymore. But you want to jot down something that he's talking about so that we can go back to our meeting. Well, I appreciate you talking to me this morning. When we get it ready for you, you will receive it.
Yeah, I guess I should be receiving it before 5 o'clock today. Because
No, you can't give
You
me
just-
a
you
deadline.
just
There
said-
is no.
you just said
there
3 days.
is no.
3 days.
No, I can respond to you within 3 days and let you know the disposition of your request. But I don't have to give you anything within
And then
3
she
days.
confirms
other than
that.
a response.
She did it. Well, it's all on video.
A week previous
A
to.
week previous to Monday.
The what?
It's December something. It's going to be 3 days back.
Monday. I was here Monday. It looks like that's December 31st, maybe, or November 31st. See how important that is? Like, that's how important this is, because so November 31st,
Okay, thank you. We have your request and
a
we'll
week
respond
prior
to
to
you.
that.
Okay.
We'll respond to you. We have it in writing. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was in writing to begin with. You work for us, don't forget that.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.
Day we hustle, but the night we
Know that they ride or die. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.
day we hustle, but the night
Boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. My name came up a lot, it sounds. More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they no longer.
Thank you to all my members. I appreciate you all. Please hit that join button on the channel. Please click that like, subscribe, and click the bell so you get notifications about all the new videos. Thank you.
More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they no longer around. Know that that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.